Hard to believe it was 79 years ago. It's Pearl Harbor Day. And I'm going to try and see if I can educate the kids a little today. Maybe watch a movie. I think probably one of the best ones that have been made on the subject is Tora, 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 which was made in the late 60s, early 70s. I believe it came out in 1970, and been watching it since I was a little kid, and it's withstood the test of time. It's gotten good reviews. It's even the footage that they used to make the movie has been used in other movies. Don't watch any of these garbage movies that have come out since then that have fictionalized history in order to make it dramatic. Those movies are crap, and they try to what they demolish with the storyline. They try to make up for with digitally enhanced special effects, and the computer just can't do it justice. The original movie that they made, and actually it was made by 20th Century Fox, I believe, in cooperation with, believe it or not, Japanese directors who were assigned to try and tell the Japanese side accurately. And a lot of historians have said that the movie actually does it justice. So if I wanted my kids to get excited and interested in history and to understand something that I'm still trying to understand myself, I think the best movie would be to watch Tora, Tora, Tora. It's a classic. But in the meantime, I'm on my way to it's way past my bedtime, actually. I'm on my way to go up and, again, for the live streaming, one of my dongles, the expensive dongles, the $54 pieces of crap, not the new ones that I bought, but the old one that I had, is bad. The end is frayed, and it cuts out, and I can't rely on it. So, and in addition to that, there's a music store up here. I'm going to look at microphone stands so that yesterday's test came out really well. I believe that's the best way to go. And I was looking at my video from last week, how I talked about I'm going to do this, that, and the other thing, and I'm like, everything I said was overly complicated. The best plan is to just live stream out of a single device, either an iPhone or the iPad, which I tested the iPad yesterday, and I think that's what I'm going with, using Switcher Studio and using the MoFi to generate Wi-Fi from the hardwired internet access point in the middle of the church. And it's just a matter of opening the app, and should be signed in, and hitting one button, and it starts broadcasting. You can't be any easier than that. And as far as that goes, it's got a nice wide-angle lens. It's just, it's not the fanciest, but it'll get us through when I can't do all, I don't know, 7 services over Christmas Eve and Christmas. It's just, I've got to dedicate some time to, my work is going to be a part of that, factor in that, and my family. So I can't spend all Christmas doing that, but I'm doing what I can. So, and I'll keep testing it every Sunday leading up to Christmas, and maybe even tomorrow might set it up. I don't know yet. I'm kind of too tired to think about that. But they have, Advent, and then there's the Feast of Guadalupe. So these different things, it's a very busy time of the year for churches, and that goes on, and it's especially become important because of the beer flu. And this is the number one reason why there's renewed interest in live streaming, because there are so many people that can't make it, can't attend, and it has to be solid, it has to be good, because not only are there a lot of people that can't attend, but one of the biggest masses of the year is limited. You know, the number of people, they're going to hand out tickets, and when they run out of tickets, then if you show up late and you want to go to midnight mass, you don't have a ticket, you can't make it. So it's either go home, watch it from there, or they have another place where they're going to set up a TV to the live stream, and in the school cafeteria, I think, or auditorium, and you'll go in there and watch it. And so my stuff has to be right. I mean, it's just so much urgency behind this, you know. There's so many people counting on it, and so I'm gonna do my best to keep testing it, make sure that there's no glitches. If a glitch shows up, we'll try and handle it as best we can beforehand, before it becomes a last-minute glitch, which we don't know how to technically solve, and it spoils a lot of people's part of their Christmas season. We don't want that. And so, again, long-winded rant about the live stream, but I don't know. There it is, and so I'm doing my best to make sure everything is as good as I can make it. So, let's get to it.
Oh, it's cold. It's below freezing.
Hey, how you doing? Weather is been nice past couple of days. It's in the upper 30s, but it's supposed to turn wintry for the weekend. Oh boy. And this week has been kind of a week of reflection about, you know, Pearl Harbor Day and World War II and everything. So I did buy the movie Tora, 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 and on Pearl Harbor Day I watched it with the kids, and of course they were bored for the first half of the movie, and then the second half got exciting. And unfortunately the youngest kid, Luke, without really understanding, started cheering when the Americans were getting shot and burned and blown up and everything. He thought it was great, and he was cheering for the Japanese. Well, I don't know. I told him that if he did that around his great-grandpa, he might get a real education very fast. And I proceeded to kind of give him a little bit of an education. I said, you know, the Japanese were the aggressor in that war, and the Americans were opposed to the Japanese aggressive actions in China and the atrocities they were committing there. And the Japanese were on the side of the Axis powers, which meant they were aligned with Nazi Germany, who were committing horrible atrocities. And so, to further that point, to educate them last night, kids got their first dose of something that many of us have seen before, and that is the films that were shot by Americans of the Nazi concentration camps, and, you know, just the horrid, monstrous things that human beings could do to one another. And then followed it up with a movie about the rape of Nanking, which was atrocities committed by the Japanese in 1937 in China, and the horrible things that they did to Chinese people during the war. So I don't know if it's kind of getting through to him. And, Luke's real father is Jewish. His family is Jewish. So we proceeded to inform him that he may have ancestors who did not or did survive the German Nazi atrocities in the concentration camps, and that he needs to be careful and thoughtful about, and sensitive about what he's saying and thinking. It's just educational process. And I know it's horrible, it's cruel to have kids sit there and watch burned, mutilated, starved human beings, but I don't know, the reality has got to come sometime. And there are a lot of people in this world who will shield their children from this kind of thing. Oh no, you can't see that. No, we don't want you to watch that. You're not ready for it. And then these kids grow up never knowing, and the goal of raising kids is to raise them to be smart, conscientious, empathetic human beings. And you can't do that if you shield them from the reality. I don't know why that just turned on its own. Ooh, weird. But so I think it's very important. And I know that by when I was their age, I had seen the same stuff. My dad used to watch it. He used to watch a documentary series all the time called World at War, and it focused pretty heavily on the German atrocities, the Nazi atrocities. I keep saying German. Atrocities are committed by any nation and have been committed by every nation on the planet. And so to just single out and say German, I think it's more accurate to say Nazi, and that way it kind of points to the fact that it could happen anywhere, and it depends on who is in power and control. And let's hope it doesn't happen here in America, but it has in many ways, in lesser degrees, has happened here in America. And you just have to be conscientious of that. And so, I don't make it a habit of watching these movies. I don't obsess over it or anything like that. I am very much into history and studying of history, or reading about history, and fascinated by the subject matter, but I don't sit and watch Holocaust movies or movies about atrocities and stuff, because it's just so depressing to me. And I kind of guard my emotional state. But this is one of those things where you have to. It's like the birds and the bees, really. You got to educate the children about this stuff. And someday we'll have the birds and the bees talk, but right now it's the man's inhumanity to man talk, and how bad hate can get, and how we shouldn't get carried away with it. We shouldn't have hate in our hearts. Anyway, so that's the fun week we've been having. Woohoo! Time to go home. And this eerie fog we're driving in is actually pretty scary stuff. It's when it gets freezing or below freezing, this fog turns into freezing fog. And you can see it on the grass and stuff. It's freezing on contact. It is quite spectacular looking, though. It's amazing. And so far, it hasn't been too bad driving. You can see better some of these tall weeds and underbrush. You can see the fog freezing to it. The visibility is pretty poor as well. I don't know. I'm going to be careful when I drive. I'm not going to hot rod it. Yeah, it's winter time. But one of my tires is giving me a low tire reading. I think it's one of them. I think it's this one over here. But that's normal too. You know, when the temperature gets cold, if one of the tires is just a little bit low, then when it gets cold, it gives it a low pressure reading. So maybe you put a little air in it. It's too cold to get out of the car. I got to get gas, so I guess maybe I'll do that. I'll endeavor to get up early enough to be able to do that as an errand. Today is not a holy day of obligation, but it would be if it wasn't for the beer flu. And I was thinking I'd try and do that, but I've just a weird sleep schedule, and I haven't been sleeping very well, so I need to get my sleep. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hey, how you doing? Oh, that is weird to hear myself. I got the AirPods in. Anyway, I'm getting these. I'm here. Take those out. I can't do that. I'm here at Menards, and I know it's late. It's a honey-do list, so I'm getting it taken care of, and now I'm going to go home and go to bed. Woohoo! I thought I would try this Megastore. You know, they got more stuff than a lot of the other places. Helpfulness? I don't know. But, yeah, I thought I would try here since they're about equal distance from another hardware chain that I go to, so. And I need to hang some wall hangers, coat hangers on the walls, more holes in our drywall. Oh boy, so much fun. Do that, and I was having fun and looking at some of the Christmas lights. I'm still looking at them. I see some in here. But yeah. Anyway, time for bed. Hey, how you doing on this wonderful, gloomy, gray Friday? I'm heading yet again to pick up something. It's the successor to this, but I'm still keeping this because it's so damn useful. Now I'm going to have two of them, one that's a better version of this one, and this one for like a B camera, and I got the what do they call it? The creator kit, which includes the wireless mic and everything. So I have 2 of these with wireless mics. I mean, it's amazing, really, to think that the technology has come along so far that what used to be only in the domain of professionals with thousands of dollars to spend now is available to consumers, and at a fraction of the cost, really. So I'm pretty happy, and I'm happy that I'm blessed that I can be able to afford such things and use them. So I'm on my way. I opted to get it here and I ordered it and getting it delivery or curbside pickup because I like their OOPS warranties and it seems to work. I've gone to a lot of other places, including online, and the warranty, while it's there, is such a big pain in the you-know-what. So anyway, I figure out the curbside pickup. All right, we got it. This is really crummy. There's a construction work going on. They blocked 31st Street. But, as is typical, there's no warning whatsoever until you get up on it. And then by then you're kind of trapped. So, yeah, I had to go through a bank to get around it. Which I'm sure they appreciate that, and they're going to probably very quickly try and figure out a way to block that off too. So I don't know, just take note. And it looks like it's part of a construction project. I don't think it's an emergency repair. I think it's part of a construction project, and whoever's in charge of it just doesn't think it's important to give any kind of warning that people can follow. Here's another one: road closed to through traffic, but yet I still see people driving through it. Kansas City is always disrespectful to its citizens in this regard, and it's just a matter of telling the contractors this is part of your contract. You need to mark the roads properly. You need to come up with the proper detours and everything else, because the business I'm going to, I'm sure, appreciates the fact that people are having a hard time to get to his business. So here, I got to go around this. Oh, there's a big hole. KC Water. It always seems to be the Kansas City Water Department that does this crap too, by the way. Yeah, they've taken out all of Jim's parking, and it's just crazy. Oh well, I'm here. I can relax now and have some coffee. Sister Anne's. Coffee.
Where'd you get those at? Escapist? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know what all they've got, but I'll get them soon.
Oh, that's good. Do I look happy?
Zach, you will be in here. Right there. Right there. Right there. Behind Uncle Steve's cross.
Well, that's because
Hi, Stella. This is just too dramatic, isn't it? Too much. Too much.
Hi.
Jimmy, you're such a dude about everything. Annual December tradition, visiting Lawrence, a little day trip. Downtown Lawrence is a very beautiful place to visit in December, although the weather can be a bit cold. We have a few places we like to visit when we come to town. This is not an all-inclusive list. We traditionally like to come to Free State to have our Christmas dinner. Free State. Yum, 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 yum. Free State. Beer flu has not done this place any favors. It's kind of empty. Usually it's very crowded in here. Yum, we have
That's mine.
Filipino egg rolls. What do they call this? Shrimp cocktail? Yum. So our food has come. I got my salad and soup because I'm on a diet. Saya has her fish and chips that she's snarfing down already. Zach's got a big burger. Luke's got, yeah, mac and cheese. Then Aunt Suyen has her fish and chips. I usually have fish and chips every year, but this year I'm dieting, so. But it's still delicious. Oh, yum. I are sassified. Downtown Lawrence is so pretty. They do a really good job with the Christmas lights. Nice. And it's one of our favorite antique malls. But unfortunately, doggies can't go in, so we'll wait in the lobby. Good place to sit when it's cold. Looks like, hold on, let me see it. Looks like we found a bargain. Yeah. Now we got to figure out how to haul this bargain around. Yeah, maybe the doggies need to take care of business here, but I don't know, it's taking them a while. In the meantime, we're going on over to another store we like, Third Planet. So we like some of their wares. Love the old school barbershop. As a matter of fact, that's one of the places I go. Oop. Oh, thank you.
Welcome in.
Oh, thank you.
Hi. Very cute dog.
Thanks.
Can I pet this?
Oh yeah. Over across the street here is Weaver's. It's a actual department store that's been in continuous operation since, I believe, 1857. They're closed right now. It's kind of late for shopping, but otherwise we go in. Yep. It's beautiful downtown,
especially at Christmas time. Here's a bar I used to come to all the time. Because of the beer flu, all the bars close at 10 now. Okay, I don't know what this is, but it's giant. And it's an Airstream trailer. That's pretty neat. Snap a pic. There's the best end of a moose.
Can you put the dogs in there too?
Oh yeah, let me put the dogs in if I can even stand upright. Right, doggies?
Don't move, bud.
Across from the Douglas County Courthouse, it's a new location of Silas and Maddie's Ice Cream. Ice cream. But I will not be partaking because of my aforementioned diet. So they're going in to have ice cream, and taking my wallet. And I'm going to take the doggies for a little walk. So Zach, was the ice cream good? Mm-hmm. Is that all you can say?
Yeah. No. It's delicious.
Oh, excellent.
Excited to finish yours?
Oh, you couldn't finish yours? Crazy kid. I can say I had a good walk. I really needed that. So, ooh. I like these old theaters that they have converted into other uses. That one's a music venue, and this one's an Urban Outfitters Varsity Theater. They've kept the facade, and when we come here, we like to go to Urban Outfitters. It's another place that's had a pretty liberal dog policy. All right, doggies. Last but not least, I'm gonna have me some coffee for the road. Here at La Prima Taza Coffee House. Maybe. Coffee. There it is. Coffee. Oh, nice and hot. Anyway, this is what we do every year at this time. Lawrence is a good town for it, even during the beer flu. So, yeah. Time to go home. one was a little laggy today for some reason. Of course, everything is going to be crowded on Christmas, so we'll see how this is going to work. So today we got her done with the assistance of the crew here. We got Zack Attack in the back. We got Baby Yoda sitting there.
No, it's Grogu.
It's Grogu.
No, it's Baby Yoda. No, it's Grogu. No, babe.
And then Sayabadiah.
Sayabadiah. What's a Badiah?
Okay. Well, unfortunately, we're hungry. Excuse me, I don't know what that was. And so we've come to chicken. With the fam.
Nummy.
We are satisfied.
Deliver or DoorDash?
I just after Costco took the fam home and we unloaded, and now I'm waiting to get air on my tires. Poor guy over here, got to change a tire. I've been trying this is my third Quick Trip. Quick Trips are good because they have free air, but hopefully this one has a nozzle that's good. Lately, 2 times in a row, I've gone to the Quick Trips and there's run into a phenomenon where the nozzles are broken, and I'm not sure if it's a maintenance issue or if if there's vandals going around tearing these things up. Hopefully with this guy changing his tire and everything, there's a good nozzle. I hate to get over there and find out that this nozzle is bad too. It looks like there's somebody waiting behind me here. And of course, when I came in here, somebody whipped around the corner too fast and stopped short and was really angry that I was here waiting. But it's like, there's actually plenty of room. If they were just not so much of a hurry, they could have made it. But this is not the time of year for rational people, unfortunately, and it's one of the things I hate about late December and the holiday season is that there's a lot of stress, and people manifest that stress in their actions, unfortunately, and it's too bad. But hopefully this guy can change his tire. And I don't know, if he looks like he's struggling, I might offer some help, but it looks like he's doing all right. So, anyway, maybe not. He's just taking the other tire off and he's putting it in, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, okay. Looks like he's just changing the tire now. Okay. All right. Really? All right, thanks. Well, he says this one's broken too. I have one last to try, and then I don't know. This sucks. So this is the 4th one I'm trying, and we'll see what happens. We hit the air button. Oh, look at that. It looks good. Let's see if it works. It's working. All right. Air's going in. This is the first one I've found. I really like Quick Trips because they have things like this, and their bathrooms are usually pretty clean and things like that, but I don't know what's going on. This is like The fourth one I've tried since last night. Hope that did it. I don't know if it's because people are vandalizing these things, or if it's a company has made a corporate decision that they are tired of replacing them, or what. But, or maybe it's just a coincidence. Who knows? Who knows? But it's the last Quick Trip I went to, I don't know if I got it on video, but there was me and another guy, and then that poor guy who was having to change his tire. And oh man, that must be rough on him. And just to find out that the pump is broken. And that's the second one today. And then there was the one last night I went to in Lawrence. So I don't know. Maybe it's a coincidence. Who knows? I get some sody. Been asked to get some sody. And yet, obviously, I didn't get it. Fun. I'm going home.